hello to everybody and thank you for joining us. Today I am delighted to be joined by Jana Dallan and Luciano Fonseca, who are co-CEOs of Carbonext, a company that works right at the heart of the bioeconomy. The company was founded in 2010 with the aim of preserving the Amazon rainforest, utilizing carbon credit projects. This interview is part of a series of interviews that goes with the World Bioeconomy Forum's event in Belém, Brazil, which is taking place in October, and with the Amazon being very much part of the program this year. So thank you so much for joining us, Jana and Luciano. I think we'll go straight into the questions, if that's okay by you.
Sure.
Can you tell us about Carbonext and your approach to sustainability and climate change? And also, can you tell us more about the vital work, it seems, that you're doing in the Amazon region now? Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Well, thank you for having us. Good to be here with you. So Carbonext is focused on preserving forest areas in the Amazon forest. So basically what we do, we establish partnership with the landowners in the Amazon forest. And once we do it, we design a project to protect that area. And because we protect that area, we avoid deforestation. And by avoiding deforestation, we avoid carbon emissions. And since we avoid carbon emissions, we can exchange those carbon emissions avoided to buy carbon credits. So basically, this is what we do.
And on top of that, I could add that the projects we developed, they are very unique. Each project is very unique because they get certain unique aspects of a region. For example, a RED Plus project has also the bioeconomy in its project and also the local communities working on the project to produce the bioeconomy products. So you have like acai on the projects, you can have Brazilian nuts, lots of things that can go with the project besides avoiding those emissions.
Okay. Can you give us any more examples of those types of projects?
We can give a better overlook how that works. So once we have established the carbon credit project and we are preserving the area, we're trying to find the natural business that could be developed in that area. By that, we do a study to understand what are the fruits and the properties that particular area of the forest has to offer. So once we have identified that, we can put in place an activity that will extract those products. So what we have in place already right now, we have a large contract for acai extractions, and we're negotiating 2 other contracts to extract molecules out of the forest to offer to the pharmaceutical industry, and also some tourist activities in our areas to be developed. So these are 3 main projects that we are developing of bioeconomy in our areas right now, but there are many other possibilities. I don't know if you want to comment on some other possibilities.
Yeah, I think you just pointed out like what we have now, but the possibilities are like tremendous, and we could grow as much as we could dream of, because the forest, the biodiversity of a forest is so rich, so unique, that's why we are so eager to preserve the forest. We think it's important also to reforest some areas, but you should also preserve what you have, because to reach this level of biodiversity in a forest, in a biome, it could take up to more than 70 years. So we cannot afford to lose those projects. We cannot afford to lose these forests and the biodiversity that we have within the forest, especially the tropical, forest that gives us so much balance for the, climate in the world. We have the flying rivers that bring humidity to the other areas to produce food and grow crops. So it is so important to have this and develop this in the right way with the help of technology as well. So that's what we're trying to bring the attention of, and doing it the right way with a lot of scientific work behind, a lot of technical people, experienced people, and in a very good way that we could integrate this forest to society and also bring technology to the forest. This way, we will preserve the forest. If we don't do it this way, it's going to be really hard to, stop and avoid deforestation.
Sounds fascinating, really fascinating. And so where does Carbonext fit when it comes to the bioeconomy? Can you perhaps talk about how you're received in the Amazon region, by the local people, by the indigenous people even? Can you tell us how Carbonext is received and how the bioeconomy actually ticks along?
Sure. Yeah, it is. It's very, like we said, it's very unique. Each region, each place has a unique community, a local Ribeirinho, or like you said, indigenous people. It's very different in every region. So what we have a technical team that is specialized of dealing with these communities, and they know what to do, what to extract from them. And it's very important to hear them, to hear what they want.
Absolutely.
If you come and impose something that you think it's good, maybe it's not good for them. So one important step that we do to involve them in the project and develop the bioeconomy of this forests or projects is to hear them. What do they have to say? What do they want? What do they expect from us? So it is a very complex work. Sometimes it's not easy to establish this relation. That's why we have a technical people that's very specialized on that. And then when we establish this channel of communication, and they trust us that we are there to help them and to develop their community and to bring technology to them, to bring schools, whatever they need, then we can start evolving and then extracting bioeconomy and doing it the right way. We don't want to just do it just for doing. We want to do it in the right way. That's what we try to do in the projects.
Yeah, if I might add, once we do that, we establish the channel of communication, and we establish a relationship of trust. And we always feel that they're very thankful for us to be there, but at the same time, they're a bit suspicious. Yeah. They have been exposed to this kind of help or initiatives and for many years now. And so they're very suspicious if this is going to work. Is this the only time you're coming here? You're never coming back. So we try to make them understand that once we establish a carbon project, we're there for 30 years. And we will keep bringing cash flow to the area for 30 years because you are harvesting these credits every year and you're selling those credits. And 70% of the money that we get from the credits by contract, we leave on the land. So it goes to the owner, it goes to the land. So we make sure they understand that we're there for the long run, and then we establish this trust relationship, and then we understand what they want, and based on what they want and what they understand that is good for them and for the forest, we design the bioeconomy project. It's a very respectful relationship, and we're very humble to understand that they know the forest. They were born there, their ancestors were born there. They have a very close relationship with the forest, and they know what the forest can offer them and the world. So we hear them, and we try to develop the bioeconomy project related to the area.
Excellent. So it's a win-win for them and for the planet, basically. That's what it comes down to, which is great news. Fantastic. So as you know, the World Bioeconomy Forum will be held in Belém very shortly. It is considered as the gateway to the Amazon. So we're all excited about going there, that's for sure. So what are you expecting to get out of the event that we'll be holding in Brazil?
Well, from my end, we're very excited about it. The way we see it, bioeconomy is the next step for the Amazon forest. We see carbon credits as a system that is holding the forest while we don't have bioeconomy activities that can preserve the forest, that can develop the forest sustainably. So we're very anxious about it to see how the world's seeing it and try to explore those business opportunities so we can accelerate the process of developing more bioeconomy activities to sustain the forest.
Yeah, I think this is the forum. It is very, very important, and it's in a crucial time. It's right before COP26. And we are having so many discussions around this subject around the world. World leaders are all talking about it. All the companies are pledging to be net zero. So it's a crucial moment for the planet itself. So being held, like you said, in the place like Belém, which is like right there, to the Amazon forest, is the gateway to get there. It is very exciting, and we like Luciano said, it's a bridge so we can reach the low carbon economy. Carbon credits are just the first step of this bridge. We need to preserve it so we don't reach 1.5 degrees Celsius, and then we start developing all these bioeconomy activities, because after this bridge, when we reach low carbon economy, we don't need carbon credits anymore. It's going to be something that is done. Nobody's going to talk anymore about deforesting a forest. It's going to be like, what are you doing? We don't do that anymore for a decade, so then you don't have additionality anymore, and you're not going to get paid for carbon credits, because the emissions were not going to happen anymore. Baseline is going to be a new baseline. It's going to change. And then bioeconomy is going to be so important to keep this biodiversity and keep the forest, standing, the trees standing. And so that, I think it's crucial. That's very exciting for us.
Fantastic, fascinating. Carbonext, fascinating company. And I look forward to finding out more about you in the future. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
It's been a pleasure.